Hey creators, what's up and welcome to my first English video of 2021. It's almost August and it's very late in the year for a first video, I would say. Anyway, I made several videos about Usercentrics, an amazing platform where you can manage all your GDPR ready content management things, all the cookie banner things everybody hates. Anyway, and this is my first English video about it. Usually I do all the stuff in German, but now I want to make this whole Usercentrics thing accessible for English-speaking people as well. So I will quickly make a tutorial. I first give you an overview what Usercentrics is, then I make a quick tutorial how to implement everything in Webflow, and it's super easy. Let's do it together and you can build your picture-perfect cookie or content management banner. So let's jump into the computer. So what you see here is the website of Usercentrics. Usercentrics is a Munich-based company, and they are having a lot of different products when it comes to content management. They are working with one of Germany's biggest companies, so T-Mobile, O2, ProSiebenSat.1, a very big television and media company. And yeah, and check the site out. You can manage the content for a lot of amazing tools like Mailchimp, Hotjar, and all the important tracking stuff you need. And for everybody who has no idea what a content management is, so right now, especially in Germany and the EU, you have to manage the consent of users. So if somebody's coming to your site and you want to track their data, you have to ask for the permission to do that. So it's very important, especially in Europe. I'm not 100% about the law things in the United States or something, but it's very, very important to get the permission from the user that you are allowed to collect their data. So, and you can build this, everybody knows this, cookie banners and other things. Cookie banners are the old school stuff. A content management thing is a very good thing to make it perfectly and right, I would say. And if you are a good web developer or web designer, you want to make this very, very good. So, let me quickly show you the plans they have. So there's a free plan, so you can test it out for free with a couple of sessions with one domain. Often if you are, I don't know, want to build a portfolio or something, that's the plan you should go to. A free plan, simply test it out. Otherwise, there's the standard plan for €8 per month. Think about it, it's an expensive Starbucks coffee. If you compare this, having a perfect law secured website versus a good Starbucks coffee, that's absolutely worth it. And here are business and enterprise plans. So if you want not just manage the content of your website, you can also do things like applications and SaaS products with these plans as well. And you can bump up the price with the sessions. So how many users you have. If you have a big e-commerce store, they can manage all the things. You can adjust the plan for the growth or the size of your company. So very flexible, easy to use. Usercentrics has, I would say, something for everyone. If you want to compare it, just go to the site usercentrics.com/pricing and you can compare all the stuff right here. A big difference is especially the languages. So if you're operating in multiple countries, here the languages is a very big difference. But now this is an English video, so let's stick to this plan right here. I currently have the enterprise thing installed. So if you are seeing something in the tutorial that is not available in your Usercentrics free version, I am apologizing for that because I am using the enterprise version right here. So check Usercentrics out and let's jump into the tutorial part, how to install this whole thing in Webflow. So you have to go to login, and right here, click login again. I have to blur this right now because there is my settings ID. The settings ID is, I would say, attached to your profile, and you can manage with your settings ID the domain. It depends on the package. your whole consent. And if you have several settings ID for several domains, they will appear right here. I have some setting ID for my little YouTube test right here. So I click, and then I'm here inside Usercentrics. No notifications, thanks. And you can start simply with the configuration. So the most important part you have to put in right here, the data controller. The data controller is the person who controls the data, who controls the consent. And I would say Fabrice YouTube test is fine for now. I don't want to do this right here. Because we are simply doing this just as a test for YouTube, I will install this whole Usercentrics thing here on this little website. My brother is a consultant, and I built his website, and we will bring the consent into the site right here. Anyway, domain settings. Put the domain right here, and let's do this together. So praxisbuddies.de is the domain where I want to install this whole thing. So you see right here, you can't add another one because I am using a simple plan right now for this test. But if you have a bigger and a more expensive plan with Usercentrics, you can manage several domains right here. So then you see right here, because I think I already used the English version of Usercentrics at the beginning. English is the #1 language you have right here. And you can add a bunch of other languages depending on your location. So, but let's stick with English for this little tutorial. And actually, that's it. That's it, what you have to configure at the beginning of Usercentrics. So here are some legal specifications, CMP stuff, history, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to check this out. For the beginning, that's fine. Just go with the configuration thing. Oh, I think in this test thing, the business version is installed. Okay, so let's move on to the service settings. So what you can do is an initial DPS scan. What this means actually Usercentrics is analyzing your site for everything that is necessary to integrate into your content management. So if you have an Google Analytics installed, if you have a Facebook Pixel installed, if you have, I don't know, custom typography, blah, 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 they will, you can make this little initial scan right here, and they will give you a list of things you have to manage in your CMP. So we don't do this initial website scan right now. You can do this with your site because I currently don't have any scripts or anything installed in the site. So that doesn't make any sense that we are doing this right now, but it's super easy. Use your, I will open it right here, use the sitemap.xml, put it in right here, and they will list all the things you need. And like you're reading here, DPS stands for Data Processing Services, so all the stuff that will or is implemented in your site. For an example, I am using Google Analytics right now. So Usercentrics is providing a lot of data processing services already in their database. So let's check out what we have right here. Let's search for Google Analytics. Yes, it's right here. Let's go with a normal Google Analytics thing. You see there are a lot of other things you can implement, but let's stick to Google Analytics. So now you have to choose the category, what kind of, I would say, service your script or data processing service is. I would say personally, Google Analytics is functional, but if you have something marketing installed, like a Facebook Pixel or something like Hotjar, then you have to choose marketing right here. Because if the user afterwards doesn't give you the permission to track or using the marketing data processing services, they will not fire and collect the data. So we are just using this as a functional thing. So save DPS, and boom, that's it. So if you're installing the content management thing right now, Google Analytics is included. So you can manage the categories as well. I always stick to the basics right here, because there's actually everything you need, right? You have essential services you include, you have functional things you include, and you have a couple marketing things you include. Actually, I wouldn't change anything right here. And that's actually everything you have to do with the service settings. So make the initial website scan, put in your sitemap XML right here, analyze everything. You will see what you are using. Then if you are doing this, you can automatically implement them as well right here. Otherwise, like I did, you can make this manually and finding all the things you installed. And then you can also change the categories right here. So when you're finishing all with the service settings, then you can get back to here with the appearance. So if you have, I don't know, a specific corporate identity you want to go with, you can put any kind of colors right here. Let's go with a purple thing. Oh no, let's quickly check. Let me find out what kind of color I'm using here. Bada bing, bada boom, there it is. So we can implement the color we want into our content management, not content management, CMP right here. So the brand color is this one, and then you can change all the stuff as well right here. You can choose a font, but honestly, at the beginning, if you just want to go live with your site and don't want to make it too complicated, just change the color and maybe change the type a little bit, make it a little bit smaller if you like this more anyway. And you can also upload your logo right here. This is really up to you how you want to style this whole thing. And beside the styling, you can go to layout, and now it becomes a little bit more clear what this actually is about. So you can style this cookie banner on the bottom of your site, but you can also make it in the middle of the site. That really depends on your needs and your preferences. I like it more that people can see the rest of the site, and that's the reason I make this privacy banner right here. So the second layer comes to when the user wants to manage his consent. So maybe he gives you the permission at the beginning, but maybe at the end of the day he wants to change it and he don't want to get tracked in the future anymore. So he has to be able to change this in the future. And this is the design when they open up the management of their consent. And the other thing is you have to do is that these changes have to be accessible for the user every single time on the site. And you can put a privacy link right here, or you can use this privacy button always defined by Usercentrics on the left bottom of your site. You will see in a couple seconds what I actually mean by that and how it's structured. And then you can, upload a custom icon for this little button right here. I will stick to the fingerprint because I think it's, associated with security, and I like it. So let's keep it like this. And actually, that's it. So to make sure, you have to put the save button right here once in a while. Because Usercentrics is not automatically saving everything. That's a little bit of a bummer. But anyway, put the save thing once in a while so everything is secured while you are creating your CMP. And now I'm waiting for this thing to happen. So here we are again, back in the video, update successfully. Let's check out this preview. Bada bing, bada bang. So here you see this little privacy settings thing, and here you see the colors we choose, and this whole text we can edit afterwards, but the styling is already fine. I don't like that the 9 button is the same color as the accept all button. So we can go back right here, changing the layout right here, and let's make the deny button in gray, so people are more likely to put or to click this one. So save. I think the update is successfully. Click preview again. Bada bing, bada bang. You can click accept now. Okay, that's the styling, actually. That's the appearance of your CMP. Easy peasy. And now let's go to the content. So the content is already defined by Usercentrics as well. They give you a very good default text right here. You can always change whatever you want with that. You can edit the translation and all the things afterwards. But I highly recommend you, if you are a beginner Webflow, website designer, just stick to the things they are putting right here. They are right. Let's keep it like this. And that goes for the first layer. So the first layer is this one. So you see right here, privacy settings. This site uses third-party website tracking technology, blah, 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 blah. That's the stuff staying right here. And if you are clicking accept all, even clicking right here, this is the second banner you have right here. And because we don't have any marketing things attached to the site, there is a marketing thing missing. But that's not a big of a deal. So one important thing you have to do is you have to implement your imprint and privacy URL right here. So just go to your site, take the link and simply put it in right here. Go to privacy settings, copy it, put it in right here. And if you click save, preview, and it's not. Oh, let me quickly check. It should be implemented as well. Yeah, right here. So privacy policy can be accessible right here, and the imprint right here. So within this whole content management, you also have to integrate the privacy policy and the imprint, because the CMP is not making the imprint or the privacy policy irrelevant. It's more like the management of it, and has nothing to do with the privacy policy in general, right? You all the time need both privacy settings and the CMP. So actually the styling, so we made the configuration, we made the service settings, we make the appearance, we already defined the content because we are using other things Usercentrics is already giving to us. And then now we have to easily implement this thing right here. So there are two very important things. So the first thing you have to do is you have to use the general script tag of Usercentrics. They are providing you with this thing right here, super easy peasy. Copy that and go to Webflow, go to your project settings, custom code, and just wait until it's loaded. Oh gosh, the internet and the Wi-Fi here in my studio is horrible. Now, here we are. So just put the, oopsie, that's the wrong one. I want to copy this stuff. Now it's copied. Put the Usercentrics script into your head tag. That's the most important part, that Usercentrics is working in general for your site. After that, you have to find, first of all, when you have Google Analytics already integrated, you put it right here into the head code. To make it a little bit easier for you, I am picking the code right now, so you're already seeing that I'm having here and Google Analytics open. You will find this whole tracking thing inside your Google Analytics account. Sorry that I have to blur this right here. But you can bring this whole website tracking tag of Google into your Webflow project. So to make sure that Google Analytics just starts when the permission is comes from the user or and the user says, okay, yeah, you can track me, we have to change the script of Google a little bit. And I show it to you right here. So it looks super creepy, but it's actually super simple. So the general script of Google is this one. That's exactly the same that I have right here. And to change that, we have to add these pink lines of code right here. Because the most important part is this script type, text, plain, data, user-centrics, blah, 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 Google Analytics. I can't explain it to you because I'm not a techie, but I'm a web designer, a UX designer, whatever, and I know it works, and that's the only thing I want to have. And if it's too complicated for you, but I'm not sure, ask a techie. They can explain it to you why that is so. But simply copy that code and put it into this whole script. You see, that's the same one like this one. I only edited these pink areas as well. So the other thing is you have to add your own Google UA ID right here. So if we are copying this right here, right there, everything should be fine. If you click Save Changes, then you can publish this whole thing. And we will see if the content management will pop up or the cookie will pop up. And bada bing, bada bang. Let's applause for myself. Just kidding. So like you see right here, the cookie banner works. And if you are now clicking here, accept all, you see this little thumb right here, this little fingerprint, and now the user can manage all the tracking things he wants. If he turns off this one, clicks accept all, you can't track them with Google Analytics anymore. So, but it's like I said, it's very important that you are changing these text plain things right here, that you are changing all this stuff. Otherwise, the cookie banner will pop up, but it will still allow the tracking. So if you are just implementing the general user-centrics thing, the cookie banner will pop up. But if you still keep the old Google Analytics code right here, it still will track. So you have to definitely change all these things. And guys, that's actually it. So it's super, super easy to implement the CMP to your site. We can click save here again. And Usercentrics has a lot of documentation how to implement other scripts, how to change other scripts. Because, I don't know, a Facebook pixel, LinkedIn, blah, 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 tracking thing, the Hotjar thing, all have different scripts. And you always have to find this little text plain thing you have to change right here. So there are a variety of other scripts, and you always have to change them a little bit differently. But like I said, Usercentrics has a lot of documentation about it. Just check it out. And if you don't get further with the whole process, you can ask me stuff in the comments or write Usercentrics directly. They have an amazing customer support, and they will help you as well. So basically, guys, that's it. That's how to use Usercentrics. And I hope this tutorial could help a little bit to understand Usercentrics, to understand CMP, and how to implement it with Webflow. And if you have any questions, just put it in the comments. I want to say thank you so much. Thanks to Usercentrics to make this possible. And I see you in the next video. Peace out.